Greetings and good health. I am Dr. Jarek Asarko, a pediatric and family wellness chiropractor. This is your Lifeline to Vitality, where we discuss ways to cultivate family wellness. Good day and great health. Welcome back to another edition of your Lifeline to Vitality. Today on the podcast, seizures and epilepsy and the upper cervical spine. In the upper cervical spine, there are four main structures to focus on. They are the foramen magnum of the occipital bone, the atlas vertebra or the first cervical bone, the axis vertebra or the second cervical bone, and the brainstem of the nerve system. The brainstem exits from the foramen magnum. The atlas and the axis bones protect and surround the brainstem. The brainstem connects all the nerves from the brain to the nerves of the body. Regarding epilepsy and seizures, the secondary focus is on the reticular formation. The reticular formation is found within the brainstem. The reticular formation makes up a big part of the switchboard operator aspect of the brainstem. In the brain, we have two hemispheres. They are the left and right hemispheres. The brain tissue itself is sectioned into two groups, the gray matter and the white matter. In the brain, for the most part, the gray matter is on the outside and the white matter is on the inside. Gray matter is made up of nerve cell bodies and white matter is made up of tracts that come off of the nerve cell bodies. The area of nerve tissue below the brainstem is called the spinal cord. Here we find gray matter on the inside and white matter on the outside. Same as above in the brain, the gray matter is nerve cell bodies and the white matter is nerve tracts coming off of the cell bodies. In the brainstem, all the nerve fibers that are found above in the brain cross from left to right, right to left, in to out, and out to in. The brainstem and its reticular formation collect all the stored information and energy from the brain above and pass it off to the body below. They also receive all the stimulation from the body below and transfer it up to the brain above for interpretation. The reticular formation of the brainstem helps with nerve system coordination and synchronization, as well as consciousness, cognition, and communication. The nerve system in general has four main functions. It controls all the movements we make, senses everything we feel, regulates all our body organs, and relates us to the outside world. When nerves get stressed, it affects their sensitivity, perception, and behavior to perform these functions. There are three types of stresses we deal with in life. The stresses are physical, chemical, and emotional in nature. These stresses create nerve tension and spine imbalance. One specific job of the brainstem is to adapt these stresses and help bring the spine back into balance. If the stresses are too great for the brainstem to adapt, compensations arise. One particular compensation that occurs in the upper cervical spine is a vertebral subluxation. A vertebral subluxation will cause the atlas and axis bones to get locked in a misaligned position. This lock will perpetuate spine imbalance and nerve system tension. This tension will lead to abnormal sensitivity, perception, and behavior of the brainstem and surrounding nerves. Nerve system function is disrupted. Over time, this disruption can lead to symptoms. The usual symptoms of seizures are temporary confusion, a staring spell, uncontrollable jerking movements of the arms or legs, loss of consciousness or awareness, psyche symptoms such as fear, anxiety, or déjà vu. If we reference the reticular formation, we can see that it associates with seizure symptoms. The goal of chiropractic is not to medically treat the symptoms of seizures. The aim of chiropractic is to correct nerve tension and spine imbalance. Chiropractors correct this by adjusting the vertebral subluxation of the upper cervical spine. Correcting the subluxation better optimizes the function of the brainstem and associated nerves. The nerve system overall can sense, perceive, and behave at a greater potential when a subluxation is corrected. Thank you for listening. For even more information on how chiropractic can benefit you and your family, please check out my website, ohiospecific.com. That's ohiospecific.com. Until next time, remember to keep your head cool, feet warm, and your mind busy.